Welcome to this video. This is the Better Over 40 show, and we have Marikie today here. We also call her Dory. And
Yes.
I wanted to discuss with you a little bit your journey so far. It's been only like a few months, and your transformation is remarkable. As many people have seen pictures, we've seen your measurement change, your picture change. You feel good. You look different, but the biggest thing I think is your mind shift. Transforming yourself as a person. And I just wanted you to share in a little bit your beginnings up until now, because I think that this is a message most people need to hear. And it's also helpful because, again, usually we see that most people want to change the outside look, thinking that they're going to change inside after. You kind of did the opposite way. You kind of like change the inside first, and then as we see the results right now, this is what we see. So tell me a little bit, Marikie, how you started with this. What got you motivated to wanting to change yourself? Because this is kind of helpful to start.
Yeah, what got me motivated to start was that I went to the sauna somewhere and I didn't feel completely comfortable in my own skin. It was also not too bad, but I felt like, okay, I have to do something to not get worse. That was my first plan, to not get worse. And then I started to look around. I wanted the first idea was to just lose like 3 kilos or something to have it be acceptable again. But then I found your group, and there was something in one of the first videos that I saw where you were very direct in your words when you said, if you want the results, you have to put in the work. And that was kind of like the in Dutch we say when the quarter fell, like if you throw in a coin and then the things start moving. That was the reality check, I guess. Like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. If I want the results, I have to do what it takes. And it became really fun when the challenge part came into it. So it was like slowly, step by step, getting more serious. It was not the goal when I first joined, but then I got motivated. Your videos talked to me a lot. I saw the example of other women who were really in shape. I really liked the videos of Marcella, with her very strong arms, and Cecilia is of course she's very sportive, and but it's not necessarily that I have the same goals, and I don't know what their goals precisely are, but it made me realize that anything is possible.
Yeah.
And if you just put in the work, like you said, and that's when I decided to do that and not question, just follow.
That's important, because I think that I was say that with you is like, you're one of the, obviously we have a very high results rate, yet obviously there is people that go to the extra mile. And I think I asked him one is like, what makes you go to the extra mile? Because obviously you came in with the, and it's very, very deep identity of saying, okay, I'm getting older, like everybody, I'm getting older myself, you age, you still look very young, but you see it on your body's changing. And the identity, like a lot of ladies have, as they, and obviously truthfully is that way. It's like, as you get older, getting in shape is not like when you were on your 20 or 30. It gets difficult, right? As a result, as your hormone change, your identity change, because you're like, I wish I was like, I wish my body still reflected how I was, right? And then like when you see people, like you said, like Marcella, Cecilia, people that as they age, they get better, you understand that it's possible, right? And of course, like it comes down to you first and foremost building some skills, understanding that like you have to believe that it's possible, because if you feel like, okay, it's possible for them but not for me, then it's not going to happen. And that being consistent, and your consistency is remarkable. I said, you probably in one of the fastest transformation that we saw, probably alongside with Cecilia, in just a few months, visual transformation, centimeters going down, eating a bunch of calories, you're eating like, 17 or 1800 calories, something like almost like some men does as well. So it's like, it's hugely possible. And I said to you, it's like the sky's the limit at this point. It's like you could literally, if you wanted to, you could literally go for a contest. Like you just kept dieting, that what you could do, but you could also just look at, just say, okay, I just want to keep what I have, or getting, just stone or whatever. With this being said, your consistency was, what I said, remarkable, because it's like you not only did that for yourself, you got other people to encourage to join, you got people inviting inside a group. I see that you comment all the time, and you come to every training, every resource I have, you take it. And that's, to me, it's like somebody that takes everything you have and then you do the best. Okay. And again, this is kind of like, I want whoever sees this message, I want it to go across. And it's like, you just can get there if you believe it hard enough and you do the work. And this is what we obviously what we wanted to say. What is the I think I asked you before, what is the motivator of making you go from I want to just lose a few kilos to now become so ingrained of an identity? I just want to be good, I just want to be better, I just want to be having this identity of this women, looking so healthy and so good for her age. Like, what is there anything motivating you to keep it? Because at this point, we kind of like, you're doing very good, we're only like halfway through. Like now there is like the maintenance phase as well. What motivates you to be all the time like that?
Yeah, that's also kind of my personality, that I'm an all-in kind of person. And also because I can't do something half.
Mm-hmm.
That's when if I start doing it half, then I will soon not do it at all anymore.
Right.
So I know myself, and this is actually a challenge for me also, because well, actually it's not, it used to be a challenge, I should say, because it's not working that way this time. But usually when I have a day where I start to feel or when it goes less good, then I start to feel guilty or
Mm-hmm.
bad and depressed or not good about myself. And then the next day it's harder to start again
Mm-hmm.
and to just continue. It's easier to just go back to your old habits. But I think having this group, um, and seeing other women also having moments like that, makes it easier this time to yeah, just take the next day and go back to the plan.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's so funny that we all know what to say to each other when somebody else has a moment like that,
Mm-hmm.
but it's much harder to tell it to ourselves.
100%.
And being, yeah, being confronted with seeing that,
Mm-hmm.
um, made me feel like I should say it to myself. And I don't know why now it's working, because of course I knew this for many years already, but now it's working. I'm
Mm-hmm.
also maturing, of course, when I get older, and it's cool. I know myself better over the years, so
For
I
sure.
know what works for me and what doesn't. But yeah, this group in the background as a support is very important for me.
That's good.
Um, and yeah, the fun part also is keeping me in it. It's not like it's not boring.
Mm-hmm.
It's There's challenges to keep you on your edge, to keep you um, trying to strive for more every time. that's a fun part about it. And of course, it's once you get to see results, that's a huge motivator also to keep going, because it makes you believe. You just have the evidence. You don't have to believe, you can just know. In the beginning, it's believing. I believed you when I heard you and your videos, and I believed you. So
Yeah.
that's why I started to follow. But then after seeing it, it's no longer believing, it's knowing, and then it's much easier to keep going, of course.
Yeah, you touched on the motivation part, which is of course important. Part of coaching, which is a lot of program I see even in this space missing, is like that part. The support part, the motivate other people's success brings your own success. Then you achieve it. It's not about when you don't see results for one day you lose motivation. It's about making sure that this feeds each other, and obviously the challenges, the trainings, and all that are part of it. A question that I get a lot, and again, like we might just touch on that, but I just wanted you to prove, because again, your transformation it was very quick. Most people would say really quick, but also it was, in my opinion, you did not have to give up a lot. Like I see you're a mom. You also travel to Switzerland very often, so like you also, I mean, you're a person that has a lot on her plate, like many women has, when they grow older, on their 40s. Then one question I get is like, maybe to get that, you need to work out so many times, you need to starve yourself. So like, you're probably here to say that's not the case, right? Like you can, like all the posts that I see with your recipes, they look amazing. You can eat, you don't have to restrict. So what would you say to somebody that says, is that difficult to do? Or like, is it like so restrictive? Like, obviously, I guess like you can say what you
Well,
feel,
it
but
doesn't feel like that for me. I
yeah,
just
right.
made yeah, it's different. It's a lot different than what I did, because I didn't think about what I ate. I
Mm-hmm.
just ate whatever I felt like, and of course that's why I gained weight over the years. It was just a focus, but it's not hard. It's about focus.
Right. Yeah.
And um yeah, there was a moment that I felt hungry for a while, but I upped my protein like you suggested, and
Mm-hmm.
now I'm not hungry at all anymore.
That's good.
And yeah, the changes I made are not only in food, of course, and I'm not working out in the gym. I wouldn't know. I would love to, but I don't know how I could fit that into my life. But I did get some weights for in the house, and the belts, the resistant belts, and I do workouts with videos, and jumping around in my living room while my kids make fun of me. And but I don't care. It works, and I walk a lot. I don't have a car, so usually I did everything by bike, and now I'm walking more. So every day I get my 10,000 steps easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, that's it actually. And
Sustainable
there's
changes, right?
workouts I can do at any moment I feel like it. If I have half an hour, it's enough.
Yeah, that's good. Like sustainable changes. This is kind of like what I wanted to get. Most people would think maybe I need to do so many hours in the gym for that. No, it's not. Or starving yourself. It didn't look like that for you, and obviously it doesn't. Last question, I guess, is the one that I get often asked this, and it's like, how can we make this happen through video? It's like, we don't talk to each other. I mean, we don't see each other. I don't come to the gym and training you. It's an online system. It's been proven, in my opinion, like when I was in the gym, I was not be able to produce so many results like now. This is much easier systematically to produce results for me. What would you say? Because this is still something that I get a lot. It's like, okay, some people, it's like they kind of want to do it, but they're not really ready. They're kind of like on the fence, and it's like, should I just do it because it's online and all that? I mean, how would you, like, you said you're a person that you're all in, right? And you either take a decision and you go for it, and then there are so many people that is kind of like need to think over, research, and usually, sadly said, this is what they are in a situation they are. They're stuck in where they are, but they're never able to pull the trigger. So what would you say to convince them? It's like, okay, maybe you should just do it and see, you know, what happens. Like, what will you say? What got you to say one day, okay, I should pull the trigger and I should do it?
The question is what I would say to convince other people, right?
To just say, okay, they're kind of convinced, but they're not ready to pull the trigger because they feel something, okay, maybe it's online, it's not going to work, or maybe it's not going to be as effective.
Oh, about the online part, I can say that
like,
for me, it works because it's goes on like not only the hours that you spent with when I was much younger, I worked with a personal trainer for a while, but that's like 17 years ago or something. And then you see him for an hour in a week, and the rest you do everything on your own. And here I can always consult the videos that you have on all the subjects. If I want to know something, I can just go online and find it there. I can ask questions at the other to the other women. I can ask questions and you answer. And it's always there. If I need a motivator, I can just go to Facebook and check some messages or write something, and it's enough. Then it's always present, and that's not something you get from a usual personal trainer.
Yeah, I think that's clear enough, because this is kind of like I wanted to, you know, perspective from somebody that did it and it was successful. And I think like in addition to everything that we have already online, I mean, that's enough for people to, whoever know that they need to be somewhere, they will probably do it. Marica, thank you so much. I'm really excited to see where we're taking this. You know, like now it's like you're getting close to lean how you want to be lean. Now we need to kind of like maintain the progress and everything. But we'll probably touch on this in a few months from now. Thank you so much, and we'll be talking soon. Take care.
Yes, take care. Bye. Thank you.